Hours before the flamenco performance, a devastating storm hits Málaga, threatening to cancel the event and wash away all their efforts. The storm becomes a metaphor for the emotional turmoil the characters are facing, testing their resilience and determination. The power goes out at Sunset Haven, plunging the residents into darkness and exacerbating Maria's fragile condition. This heightened final obstacle forces everyone to band together, using their ingenuity and resourcefulness to overcome the challenges. Antonio, despite the storm and the mounting pressure, refuses to give up. He rallies the community, organizing, volunteers to secure the venue, and transport the residents to safety. He faces a final confrontation with his former agent, Ricardo, who, witnessing Antonio's unwavering commitment, experiences a change of heart and offers his assistance, using his connections to secure generators and emergency supplies. This surprising alliance highlights the transformative power of kindness and forgiveness. Sophia, fueled by a renewed sense of purpose and a deep love for Maria, prepares for the performance, determined to honor her mentor's legacy, regardless of the circumstances. She helps Maria find strength within, reminding her of the joy and passion that flamenco brings, their bond deepening in this moment of crisis. Elena prepares for her live TV appearance, knowing that her performance has the power to inspire hope and resilience in the face of adversity. The narrative threads are tightly interwoven, the stakes are incredibly high, and the characters are ready to face their ultimate test, poised to converge in a powerful and unforgettable climax. Despite the storm raging outside, the flamenco performance proceeds, fueled by generators and the unwavering spirit of the community. Elena, beaming with confidence, delivers a powerful performance on national television, her song resonating with millions and silencing her former producer, who watches in defeat. Her performance becomes a symbol of triumph over adversity. Inside the makeshift venue, Maria, weakened but determined, takes the stage with Sophia. Their dance is a breathtaking display of passion, resilience, and intergenerational connection, captivating the audience and bringing them to tears. As they dance, Javier presents his architectural design for the enhanced Sunset Haven. Halfway through the show, Maria collapses, her body finally succumbing to her illness. But, in her final moments, she smiles, knowing that she inspired people. Antonio, watching from the sidelines, is deeply moved by Maria's unwavering spirit and the outpouring of support from the community. He is then joined by an inspector who announces the rival nursing home owner is being investigated for fraud, and Sunset Haven can be removed from any suspicion with total freedom. In the aftermath of the performance, the community rallies to support Sunset Haven, ensuring its financial stability and securing its future. This moment of unity and compassion proves that even in the face of adversity, love and kindness can triumph. But, above all, this story is a call to action. We need to treat the elderly people with love and respect. Share the story with your loved ones and be an agent of change for the world. In the aftermath, Sunset Haven flourishes, a testament to the power of community and compassion. Sophia, inspired by Maria's legacy, becomes a renowned flamenco dancer and teacher, passing on Maria's spirit to future generations. Javier, having reconciled with his father, dedicates his architectural skills to designing senior centers that promote dignity and well-being. Elena, her voice finally heard, continues to write and perform music, using her platform to advocate for the elderly and inspire hope in others. Even Ricardo, Antonio's former agent, finds redemption, dedicating his life to promoting philanthropic causes. Antonio, forever changed by his experience, continues to use his platform to champion the rights of the elderly, reminding the world that every life has value and that even the smallest act of kindness can have a profound impact. The story of Antonio Banderas and the residents of Sunset Haven becomes a timeless tale, a reminder that true wealth lies not in fame or fortune, but in the connections we forge and the love we share. So, let's carry the message of their story. Remember that kindness, like a ripple in a pond, can touch countless lives. Offer help or a smile. We are all in this world together. Let's light up the world, one act of kindness at a time. In the sun-drenched tapestry of Malaga's history, where ancient Roman ruins whisper tales of emperors and Moorish arches frame echoes of sultans, a modern story began to unfold, one woven not with conquest or courtly intrigue, but with an act of profound human kindness. This is not merely a recounting of events. It is the unearthing of a narrative that resonated through the digital age, a digital echo of the timeless human need for connection, for validation, for love in the face of encroaching loneliness. At its heart stands Antonio Banderas, not just the Hollywood icon, but a son of Malaga, deeply rooted in its soil, its culture, its unwavering spirit. Beyond the flashing lights and red carpets, Banderas felt the pulse of his hometown, the subtle tremor of a society often too quick to overlook its elders. The narrative hook isn't simply that a celebrity visited a nursing home. It is that he chose to confront a universal truth, that as societies advance, they often leave behind those who built their foundations. The initial conflict, therefore, lies not within Banderas himself, but within the societal structure that allows for the isolation and neglect of its most vulnerable members. The stage is set at Sunset Haven, a name dripping with irony, for while sunsets can be beautiful, they also symbolize endings, and for many within those walls, life felt like a slow, inevitable fade. We are introduced to the residents, Maria, a former flamenco dancer whose vibrant spirit is now trapped within a failing body. Ricardo, a master craftsman whose hands, once capable of creating intricate beauty, now tremble with the onset of dementia. And Elena, a singer whose voice, once soaring with passion, is now a mere whisper, lost in the sterile silence of the home. Each character, a microcosm of the larger issue, each embodies the conflict between a vibrant past and an uncertain present. Banderas's gesture then becomes more than a simple act of charity. It is a defiant act of rebellion against a system that devalues its elders. The narrative hook deepens as we begin to understand the weight of his decision. It is a thrilling history because it is not just about what happened, but why it happened, and the powerful emotions that drove a man to confront a societal ill with nothing more than a genuine desire to connect. This is the intersection where celebrity meets humanity, where history finds a new, poignant chapter, and where the stage is set for a story that promises not only to entertain, but to deeply move. Málaga, a city steeped in the aroma of jasmine and saltwater, serves as more than just a backdrop. It's a character itself. Its history, layered like sediment, informs the present. The echoes of Phoenician traders, Roman conquerors, and Moorish scholars resonate in the architecture, the cuisine, and the very air that the characters breathe. This is a city that celebrates life, yet also bears the quiet scars of time. Much like its elderly population, the vibrant marketplace, the lively beaches, the bustling port, all stand in stark contrast to the hushed corridors of Sunset Haven, highlighting the often overlooked segment of society. Antonio Banderas, a native son, is intrinsically linked to Malaga's identity. His motivations are not simply altruistic, they are deeply personal. He carries the weight of his city's expectations, a desire to give back to the community that shaped him. His own mother's experience in a similar facility fuels his determination to make a difference, transforming his public persona into a powerful force for good. He understands the nuances of the culture, the subtle cues that speak volumes, allowing him to connect with the residents on a deeply emotional level. Within Sunset Haven, each resident harbors a unique history, a story etched onto their faces. Maria, once a celebrated flamenco dancer, now finds her body betraying her, yet her spirit still flickers with the rhythm of the music. Her initial motivation is to recapture a sense of purpose, to feel the fire of the dance once more. Ricardo, a master carpenter, grapples with the fading memories of his craft, his hands yearning to create beauty once again. His motivation is to reclaim his identity, to prove that even in the face of cognitive decline, his skills and artistry remain. Elena, a singer whose voice once captivated audiences, now struggles to find her voice in the silence of the nursing home. Her motivation is to be heard, to share her story, to inspire others with her passion. The relationships between these characters are nuanced and complex, shaped by years of shared experiences, unspoken grief, and quiet resilience. They are a community forged in the crucible of aging, each supporting the other in their own unique way. Banderas' arrival serves as a catalyst, igniting dormant sparks of creativity, compassion, and connection, transforming Sunset Haven from a place of quiet despair into a haven of hope and possibility. The world is ready to witness this transformation, a thrilling chapter in history unfolding before their very eyes. Beneath the surface of Banderas' altruism lies a hidden struggle, a fierce battle against a relentless industry that demands constant reinvention. He secretly questions whether his act is perceived as genuine or a calculated PR move, amplified by Sunset Haven's dire financial straits, subtly revealed through hushed staff conversations. Maria harbors a secret longing for a lost love. Ricardo confronts a painful truth about his estranged family, and Elena grapples with a past betrayal that stifled her career. Antonio's primary goal is to uplift Sunset Haven, ensuring its residents experience dignity and joy. However, he faces the initial obstacle of skepticism. The nursing home director, Señora Rodriguez, initially views his involvement with caution, fearing unwanted media attention and disruption. She secretly doubts his sincerity, suspecting a publicity stunt, a sentiment subtly fueled by a rival nursing home owner seeking to discredit Sunset Haven. Maria's goal is to reconnect with her passion for flamenco. The first obstacle she encounters is her failing health, limiting her mobility and stamina. A subplot emerges as she seeks help from a young, aspiring dancer named Sofia, creating a dynamic of mentorship and intergenerational connection. Sofia, however, grapples with her own insecurities, fearing she's not good enough to learn from a legend like Maria, mirroring Maria's own doubts about her capabilities. Ricardo's goal is to regain a sense of purpose through his carpentry. His obstacle is his fading memory, making it difficult to recall techniques and designs. A subplot unfolds as he attempts to reconnect with his estranged son, Javier, a successful architect who has little interest in his father's old-fashioned craft. Their strained relationship highlights the generational gap and the societal devaluation of traditional skills. Javier's coldness stems from a childhood resentment of his father's perceived neglect, a wound Ricardo unknowingly inflicted. Elena's goal is to share her singing talent and inspire others. Her obstacle is her fear of rejection, stemming from a past betrayal by a music producer who stole her songs. A subplot is introduced through a young volunteer, Carlos, who recognizes Elena's potential and encourages her to overcome her fear. Carlos, however, is battling his own personal demons, using his volunteer work as a distraction from a troubled home life. These interwoven subplots amplify the main narrative, showcasing the complexities of human relationships and the challenges of aging in a society that often prioritizes youth and success. Banderas, despite his fame and resources, finds himself navigating these intricate dynamics, learning that true change requires more than just financial support. It demands empathy, understanding, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. The initial act of kindness is merely the catalyst, setting in motion a series of events that will test the character's resilience, reveal hidden secrets, and ultimately redefine their understanding of love, loss, and the enduring power of the human spirit. The tranquility at Sunset Haven shatters when a scathing expose appears in a national newspaper, fueled by the rival nursing home owner. The article accuses Banderas of exploiting the elderly for personal gain, and Sunset Haven of neglecting its residents. The expose is a carefully crafted mix of half-truths and outright fabrications, designed to undermine Banderas' reputation and jeopardize Sunset Haven's funding. This inciting incident creates immediate urgency. Antonio is determined to clear his name and protect Sunset Haven from closure. Señora Rodriguez, initially skeptical, now rallies to defend the home and its residents, recognizing the devastating impact the accusations could have. She now trusts Antonio. Maria, enraged by the article's slander, resolves to publicly demonstrate the transformative power of Banderas' support. She decides to organize a flamenco performance, showcasing her regained skills and inspiring others to pursue their passions, despite age or disability. This pushes Sofia to fully commit to her mentorship, helping Maria prepare for the performance, even if it means facing her own stage fright. Ricardo, though his memory is failing, recognizes the injustice of the accusations. He decides to create a large wooden sculpture symbolizing the resilience and dignity of the elderly residents, which he intends to display publicly. This forces Javier to confront his own prejudices and reconsider his relationship with his father as he witnesses Ricardo's unwavering spirit. He sees a video on the internet about the act. Elena, emboldened by the support she's received, decides to write a song, expressing her gratitude to Banderas and celebrating the strength of the human spirit. This motivates Carlos to confront his personal demons and use his musical talents to help Elena record and share her song with the world, despite his troubled home life. The exposé acts as a catalyst, pushing each character to step outside their comfort zone, confront their fears, and fight for what they believe in. It transforms the initial act of kindness into a battle for truth and justice, forcing the characters to unite against a common enemy and discover their own inner strength. The stakes are raised, the conflict intensifies, and the stage is set for a thrilling climax where the characters will have to prove that love and kindness can triumph over malice and deceit. The exposé triggers a cascade of consequences. Funding for Sunset Haven is frozen pending investigation, forcing Senora Rodriguez to make difficult choices, threatening staff layoffs and rationing resources. This introduces a new character, Isabel, a dedicated but overworked nurse, torn between loyalty to the residents and the fear of losing her job. Isabel's quiet strength becomes a crucial asset. Antonio faces intense public scrutiny, jeopardizing his upcoming film project. His agent, Ricardo, no relation to the Sunset Haven resident, a shrewd and pragmatic individual, advises him to distance himself from Sunset Haven to salvage his career. This creates a conflict for Antonio, forcing him to choose between his public image and his commitment to the elderly. Maria's flamenco performance faces cancellation due to safety concerns and dwindling funds. Sofia, determined to support Maria, organizes a crowdfunding campaign, enlisting the help of her social media-savvy friends. This leads to an unexpected alliance with Carlos, who uses his musical talents to create a promotional video, showcasing Maria's story and the spirit of Sunset Haven. Ricardo's sculpture is vandalized, further fueling public outrage. Javier, initially hesitant, now fully embraces his father's cause, using his architectural skills to design a public display for the sculpture, ensuring its message reaches a wider audience. He also uncovers evidence linking the rival nursing home owner to the vandalism, adding a layer of intrigue and escalating the conflict. Elena's song gains unexpected traction online, attracting the attention of a renowned music producer, Javier, again, no relation to Ricardo's son, who was once a mentor to Antonio. Javier, burdened by guilt over his past treatment of Elena, offers to produce her song professionally, giving her a chance to finally realize her dream. This introduces a subplot, exploring themes of redemption and forgiveness. These consequences deepen the character's motivations. Antonio is driven to expose the rival nursing home owner's malicious scheme. Maria seeks to inspire hope and resilience in the face of adversity. Ricardo aims to reclaim his dignity and connect with his estranged son. Elena wants to prove that it's never too late to pursue your dreams. The challenges they face force them to confront their fears, embrace their strengths, and discover the true meaning of community and compassion. As the investigation into Sunset Haven intensifies, Senora Rodriguez faces increasing pressure from government officials, threatening to revoke the home's license if she doesn't cooperate. This forces her to make a difficult choice: betray Antonio's trust by providing potentially damaging information, or risk the closure of Sunset Haven, leaving its residents without a home. Her loyalty is tested to its breaking point. Antonio's agent, Ricardo, receives lucrative offers for endorsements and appearances, contingent on Antonio publicly denouncing Sunset Haven. This creates a major conflict of interest, as Ricardo genuinely cares for Antonio, but also feels responsible for his financial well-being. He presents Antonio with a carefully worded statement, designed to appease the public without explicitly condemning Sunset Haven, But Antonio sees through the deception. Maria's health deteriorates, jeopardizing her flamenco performance. Sofia, overwhelmed by the pressure and self-doubt, considers backing out, fearing she'll fail Maria. Carlos, struggling with his own issues, steps up to provide emotional support to both women, realizing the importance of their performance to the community. He helps Sofia channel her anxiety into creative energy, pushing her to embrace her own unique style. Javier's investigation uncovers a network of corruption, revealing that the rival nursing home owner has been systematically exploiting elderly residents for financial gain. He faces a moral dilemma: expose the owner, risking his own safety, or remain silent, allowing the abuse to continue. He confides in Isabel, who uses her inside knowledge to provide him with crucial evidence, deepening their connection and placing them both in danger. Elena's song is leaked online before its official release, sparking a wave of negative comments and personal attacks, questioning her talent and accusing her of exploiting her age for sympathy. This shatters her confidence, making her question whether she made the right decision in sharing her story. Javier, the producer, encourages her to ignore the negativity and focus on the positive impact her song is having on others, reminding her of her inherent worth. The stakes are higher than ever, the tension is palpable, and the characters are pushed to their limits, forcing them to confront their deepest fears and make life-altering decisions. A major turning point arrives when Senora Rodriguez, unable to betray her conscience, leaks evidence of the rival nursing home owner's exploitative practices to Javier, risking her career but choosing integrity. This act galvanizes Antonio, who, defying his agent's advice, organizes a press conference in front of Sunset Haven, publicly denouncing the false accusations and vowing to expose the corruption. He lays bare the truth, risking his career, but embracing his commitment. Simultaneously, Maria, despite her failing health, insists on performing, seeing it as her last chance to inspire others. This act of defiance forces Sofia to overcome her stage fright and embrace her role as Maria's partner, realizing the performance is bigger than her own insecurities. The performance becomes a symbol of hope and resilience, attracting widespread media attention and galvanizing public support. Javier decides to use the architectural display he originally created for the sculpture of his father to now design the scenography for the flamenco, with a twist that highlights the Sunset Haven's residents. Elena, with her powerful voice, will open the show. Her story, song, and actions will serve as the introduction for the main event of the evening, Maria's flamenco. This bold move makes the community bond stronger than ever before. As the day of the flamenco performance approaches, tension mounts. The rival nursing home owner, desperate to salvage his reputation, attempts to sabotage the event, spreading rumors and intimidating potential attendees. This leads to a minor confrontation between Javier and the owner, where Javier, standing up for his father and the residents, publicly exposes the owner's malicious intentions, further solidifying his newfound commitment. Antonio faces a crucial decision regarding his film project. His agent, Ricardo, presents him with a revised contract, offering even greater financial rewards, but still requiring him to distance himself from Sunset Haven. Antonio, remembering his mother's words, chooses integrity over wealth, severing ties with Ricardo and reaffirming his unwavering support for the elderly. This surprising betrayal by his trusted agent serves as a painful reminder of the sacrifices required to fight for what's right. Inside Sunset Haven, preparations for the performance are underway, but Maria's health takes a turn for the worse. A concerned Isabel reveals to Sofia that Maria's condition is more serious than they initially believed, hinting at the possibility that this could be her last performance. This revelation creates a moment of uncertainty, forcing Sofia to confront the fragility of life and appreciate the preciousness of the present moment. Meanwhile, Elena's song continues to gain popularity, but she receives a threatening message from her former producer, demanding she cease all further promotion. Unbeknownst to Elena, Javier, the new producer, secretly arranges for her to perform the song live on national television, setting the stage for a major showdown with her past and a powerful affirmation of her talent. These minor plot resolutions and surprising alliances serve as crucial stepping stones leading towards the climax. The stage is set, the characters are ready, and the audience is poised for a thrilling conclusion. where the true meaning of love, loss, and legacy will be revealed.